So we are going to look at calculated column in Dataverse. My name is Eric Ntie. Now let's look at some few fundamentals. In this video we are going to look at what exactly is calculated column. We look at some of the features of calculated column. We will do a demo on how to use the natively available way of calculating or going about calculated column. And then we also look at the power FS, how to use the power FS formulas to do a calculated column, which was introduced recently. Then some of the limitations with calculated column. So calculated column enables the user to perform some mathematical and some test functions on the Dataverse instead of manually going about it. It empowers the citizen developer to be able to inculcate some business logic using various calculations. Then the results from the calculated column can also be used in Dataverse API and so on. So some of the features with the calculated column, they are available for decimal field. It's also available for currency, line of text, whole number, date, and then option set. So you can the results of the calculated column is real time. And then some of the calculations, you can do math calculation, concatenations, and formatting. And you can also do some date calculation. But there are some limitations on the usage of calculated columns, and we need to be very much aware of it. One of them is that there's a maximum of 50 unique calculated columns that can be used in chart and visualizations as at the time of this recording of video. And then calculated column can also cannot reference itself, because with calculated column, when you reference the same calculated column on itself, it results in circular referencing. Then you can also set a minimum and maximum value properties for a calculated column, which makes sense because the calculated column will actually be based on the number of columns that you are calculating on. So setting a minimum value for the calculated column or the maximum value will not really make sense. Then only columns from immediate parent table can be used in a calculated column. So some of these limitations need to be in mind before you consider doing a calculated column. But overall, it's a very useful column, or it's a very useful feature in Dataverse that we have to make sure we use. So let's go straight onto the Dataverse and consider how we can make use of the calculated column. So again, I have a table here in my solutions. I have three tables. When I go to my solutions Dataverse tutorial, I have three tables, but we are going to make use of one of the tables, which is the sales table. Now with the sales table, it's opening now. With the sales table, I have a date column, name of a customer, amount. Let me remove this. I have amount, then I have a discount percentage that I apply, and then I also have so this is a discount percentage. This should actually be here. Then you apply the discount on the amount that is used or that the customer buys. Then there is a calculated column to deduct the discount from the amount. Then the customer go ahead to pay the the net sale column. So the net sale column is a calculated column. So how do you do about it? How do you go about this? Two ways, as I explained earlier. Let me go using the natively available way. So let me add another column and choose the calculated, or go with a calculated column. So we are creating a new column, and it is going to be based on the calculated column. So let me see. So let me name the column discount 2. So we are going to do a calculated column on a discount. Then here I will pick currency as the type of the field. Then in the behavior I'll pick a calculated column. So this makes it a calculated column. Then I'll go ahead and save. So discount 2 is the new column, calculated column that we are creating. So using a natively available, so that gives you a new pop-up. So with the new pop-up, we are going to do a calculated column using this new pop-up. And the Dataverse has an existing approach of calculating a calculated column. This is exactly what we are going to go through. Now, after we have used this available approach of calculating or making a calculated column, we are also going to use Power FS to do the same calculated column and see the effect. It seems my internet is a little bit low or slow. Okay, so with the interface opened, let's go ahead and do the calculation. You can see that there is an if, then there's a condition which is optional, then there is an action. So for instance, with the condition, we are going to calculate. The purpose is to calculate a discount based on the amount column. Okay, so let's go back and look at this. So the entity is the sales. You pick the table. This is the table that we are working with. That is the sales table. The field that we want to calculate on is the amount column. Then there's a condition. Assuming we want the percentage of the discount to be calculated if only the amount is, say, greater than 10. Then, so that is the condition. There's a condition that if only the amount is greater than 10, then you should go ahead and do the calculation for the discount. If it is less than 10, there shouldn't be any calculation on the discount, or there shouldn't be any discount. So that is the condition that we have established. The action is what the calculation that we are actually going to do. So with this, we are saying that the amount column should be multiplied by the let me go back to the table, so that the amount column here should be multiplied by the discount column, so that we get the discount amount into the discount 2 that we have created. So this amount multiplied by the discount percentage and then because the discount percentage the figure stated there is a percentage, we need to divide the figure by 100. So look at this column. It's a percentage column. So the discount divided by 100. So let's put some parentheses there. So we are dividing whatever figure is typed under the discount column by 100. Then we multiply the associated or the resultant with the amount. So I'll go ahead and save it. Then there's an else column. So if nothing of this sort happens, what should happen? You can go ahead and put it. For now, we may want to leave it. So we save and close. I'm getting an error here. Let me save and close. Each of is required to have at least one action. Save. Okay, so we are supposed to add the else, if else. So if it is greater than 10, we do this calculation. Else, so let's see. If the amount is less than 10, we should go ahead and put 0 there. If it is less than 10, no, it should be less than 10. Less than, yeah, if it is less than 10, we don't do any calculation. Then the discount 2 value should be 0. Okay, so let me go ahead. I hope this I will not get error. Okay, so this is the condition. So we have a new column created. Let me bring it here. Label it discount 2. Okay, so let me try and add a new figure. Pick a date. Put there, say 600, which is greater than 10. We are making 10%. So we see that immediately the discount 2 that we created, the calculation is done. 10% of 600 is 60, and that is exactly what is done here. So this is where we use the natively available option of creating a calculated column. Now let's go ahead and look at how we can create a calculated column using PowerFS. So with the same idea, we can create using the PowerFS. So with the PowerFS, let me create a new column. And let me go back. I think I've made a mistake. Sales table. We're creating a new column. Let's make it discount 3. That is using the PowerFS. So we go ahead and choose the currency column. And we choose the we choose the formula option, that is the PowerFS. So using the discount lane, we are going to use the PowerFS to calculate. And remember what we did was that we did the amount column, we multiply that by the discount column, the percentage, then we divide that by 100. Yeah, but we are saying that because we did the if function there, let's bring it here. If the amount column is greater than 10, if the amount column is greater than 10, we do this calculation. Else, we put 0 there. So let me see, I think there's some error here. If the amount column is greater than 10, we are multiplying the discount column. Okay, we have to multiply the discount column by the amount column. Yeah, like this. Else, we put in 0. Yeah, I hope it's clear. If the amount column is greater than 10, multiply the amount column by the discount amount, else put 0 there. So let's go ahead and save. This is discount 3. So using the same power fs, using the same discount column, we can use the power fs formula to calculate, and then we are going to achieve the same result using based on the first calculation that we did. So let's go ahead and add the column, which is discount 3. Discount 3. Okay, this is it. So immediately you see that this one even picks all the calculations. It picks it immediately. Yeah, so this is a calculated, how to achieve calculated column. It is very useful, but let's also bear in mind of some of the limitations that it has. But overall, it is a very, very useful thing that we need to consider in Dataverse. I hope this was a good session. Thank you very much, and meet you again.